To introduce myself, I'm Dr. Pradeep Mahajan. By training, I'm an uro-surgeon. But I always believed in innovations. Conventional methods never gave me a satisfactory work. I look as an opportunity to be a student of medicine basically. The thought process of conventional science, which has come in 100 years till now, has come to a health crisis. What made me think out, what are the conditions which we are unable to treat in experience of 30 years? And stem cells have remained as a game changing of my life. It was a big innovation for me when I started thinking what else could be done as an innovative technology to treat all those diseases which were not possible by conventional methods. We have a list of diseases like cancers. We still cannot have solution to them. Organ transplants, we don't have any solution for them. Autoimmune diseases, people are waiting in queue to die, but we don't have treatments for them. Genetic diseases, developmental disorders, aging diseases, metabolic diseases, and those added with the longevity of life of today's modern science. When we grow 60 plus, we grow with the diseases like diabetes, hypertension, Alzheimer, Parkinson, dementia. You list all of them. We don't have any solution to this disease. This was a game changing for me to look in option, what else we can do. My journey, when I started thinking on, could be pills replaced by cells, was a thought process sometime 4 or 5 years in my mind. Yes, and then I started thinking on a biological science, how this biology can be applied for changing our human lives. That is what the birth of StemRx took place. With all innovation thought process, wherever the science is stagnating and we put in fund in $1 billion, we will never get a solution of same thinking platform till we don't change the platform of change thinking. That is genesis, how the life is created when we think. And we use the principle of creation of human being or like creation of life, like forming an embryo, going into ontogenesis, going into organogenesis, and then the birth of a baby, and baby growing from 2.5 kg to 60 kg. All that is a concept which we follow everything as a nature. The idea came from this. Can we use these cells which are building our body for repairing us? Yes, and that works. And that is how StemRx started working on different innovations. The major milestones for me in last 4 years were few patents which I developed on ankylosing spondylitis, vascular necrosis, using the same bone marrow. How do we heal the bone diseases? Legend is the bone. And it started working well. The osteoconductive potential of the bone marrow, which normally heals the fractures, then injuries. Why not we convert them into therapies? And I started working on them into therapies. And then I started the theme which is of my very strong thinking. We carry our repairing kits in our own body. The vision was to create the new molecule which can heal us without any chemical medicines, and it started working well. Now this vision added few more thought processes, like how we can make this science more effective, this biological science, by creating an umbrella under which not only cells, cell products like cytokine, chemokines, then we have scaffolds, then have adult cells, then have immunity cells, all they are under one umbrella, put them together and use them as a therapeutic applications in different diseases like cancers, as I spoke you. Immune system cells could be used. Yes, NK cells, BC cells can be used. Then they came now recently, the newer innovation, what StemRx looking into future science is a CAR T-cell, chimeric antigen receptor technologies. Then CRISPR-Cas technologies were very important to treat autoimmune diseases, cancer. So we are working on those sciences now. Likewise, we went on to developing scaffolds, which could be developing organ transplant. their organ transplants, the limitations which were having two major one, source of organ and rejection reaction. So we thought, can we convert this body into a bioreactors? And in vivo, can we develop those organs? Yes, we are working on this by creating cell sheets, using them to regenerate the failing organs in the body. There are many ways which can be done. There's the thought process. We are in the lab. What we have at StemRx, these all are science projects that are going on. Few of them we have achieved in therapeutic applications, particularly bone regeneration for ankylosing spondylitis and hip joint regeneration. We have already achieved. We are having 4 to 7 clinical trials going on them, our patents, and as per the publications are coming on that issue. Then the next division we started is academic, where we started one academic fellowship program, 1 year for postdoctoral people, students who could do research, because in Indian system, research is not taught in the medical school. So we want to collaborate those two systems and bring in scientific researchers in a medical doctor. So now the researcher biologist should be a medical clinician, or otherwise two faculties has to infuse the hand to create the biological therapeutics. Likewise, the mission is that how we could take these technologies to every person, every citizen, a common man. This is a mission one. Second mission, how do we create newer minds in the technology? How do we make the technology more easily accessible to everyone? Because right now it's a limited resource. But these resources, if we enhance by robotic technologies, making them easily available in the manufacturing of the cell technologies or cell products, then taking them to the application to the common man. These are the philosophies which we think at StemRx, and I look forward down the line 5 years or 10 years, many more sciences like lasers, ultrasounds, hyperbaric therapies to imbibe with the cell technologies and make the effective results in failing organs, major treatments for cancers, disease like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, genetic disorders like sickle cells, thalassemias, or Duchenne's muscular dystrophies. And we are cracking some of the formulas with standardization of protocols, looking forward to make this science make easily accessible with the futuristic approach down the line. What you think down coming in 100 years, we'll try to bring in another 2-3 years. Look, this is a science which is going to change our human life. I wish all the best for my colleagues, friends, to make them available this science and change their lives. Thank you.